We have new champions, new contenders, and new match types. It can only mean one thing. It is time for your NXT Deadline review. Welcome back, guys. The Fog Wrestling NXT Deadline is just finished. It's over, and it was decent. It was actually not a bad show. I was skeptical about the two Iron Survivor matches, but they actually turned out to be not that bad. Now, I don't know if I agree 100% with the winners. There was some things in the match I thought were a wee bit weird, but yeah. Either way, the matches are over, and they were decent, they were fun, and I'd like to see them again. But I kind of prefer the Championship Scramble. For me, it was slightly a more complicated version of the Championship Scramble, with the penalty box and it going based on who has the most wins rather than who had the last pinfall victory. I guess a way of describing this match would be it's like a Championship Scramble Iron Man match. I think that could be a similar way. You have the entrances similar to the Championship Scramble, where you start with two and then more people come in, but you've kind of got an Iron Man sort of system as well, where it's based on who gets the most pinfalls, but then you've also got a penalty box element as well. Look, it was good, it was interesting, it was intriguing, I liked it, and it was two fun matches. I don't think this will catch on, I don't think we'll see this on the main show. Like, I couldn't really imagine top wrestlers participating in this match. It just feels a bit weird, like when they're opening up the penalty box and like people are just sitting in there and people are like they're taking a move and then they're like just kind of straight away going to the penalty box. Like it's 90 seconds. So when you're pinned, you have to go into the penalty box for 90 seconds. But realistically, you could sell a pinfall for 90 seconds in a multi-man match like this. I mean, if you get tombstoned by The Undertaker, you're probably not going to get up 90 seconds anyway. So, like, is there any need for a penalty box? In my opinion, it does kind of take away a little bit of realism from wrestling and a selling standpoint. Because as soon as these people were getting pinned, they were pretty much just rolling to the outside so they could go in their penalty box. When in reality, I don't think the penalty box is needed. Maybe you could do the match without the penalty box. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I think the penalty box made it a little bit goofy. But here, that's just me. Let's talk about the show. So we kick off with the Women's Iron Survivor match. Roxanne Perez, Zoe Stark, Cora Jade, Kiana James, and Indy Hartwell. Roxanne Perez gets the win. You know what? I've no complaints here. She was the only face in this match, and considering that Mandy Rose is a heel champion, it made sense. Now, I don't know if the winner of this has to challenge straight away. Based on how the show ended, maybe that's the case. So, but I don't know if it's like straight away they get a title shot or whether they get to like pick their title shot whenever they want it. But I've got a feeling we probably will get Roxanne Perez versus Mandy Rose up next. As for the match, it was okay. Roxanne Perez wins in the end. She has one fall more than everyone else. Cora Jade desperately gets out of her penalty box with 30 seconds to go. She tries to level up with Roxanne. She can't. She ends up hitting a DDT on Roxanne Perez with 5 seconds to go. But Perez rolls out the ring, and that buys her enough time to get the victory. It was fun. It was, it was interesting. So I'll give it a thumbs up. Then we get Isla Dawn versus Alba Fire. Apparently these have got a massive feud for their time in Scottish wrestling and British wrestling. I mean, I personally don't really care. All I see is two unattractive chicks here when they're wrestling. They kind of look like they could be in the same faction, I mean, wrestling, people are supposed to look different, have different characters, and these two both look like they would fit in the same stable. So whatever. Isla Dawn wins, did some creepy shit with the referee where he couldn't count the pinfall for Alba Fire because he had like black goo coming out his mouth, and I don't know, he was infected or something. Who knows? Isla Dawn was channeling her inner demons or some shit like that. Then we get the NXT Tag Team titles, the New Day versus Pretty Deadly, and this was a pretty stupid match in my opinion. Stupid outcome as well. The New Day win. The New Day are your new NXT Tag Team champions. A, do they need to come to NXT? B, do they need to beat Pretty Deadly? C, do they need to win the NXT titles? I don't see it. I honestly don't. Why are they coming to the development brand to win the development titles? And the people can argue that the New Day's a draw, they'll bring in ratings to NXT. Well, they really? I think the New Day's stale. I don't think people care about the New Day. They've been a tag team now for, what, 8 years? I mean, look at all the best tag teams. Edge and Christian weren't a tag team for 8 years. The Hardys, the Dudleys, I mean, the Dudleys got split up in 2002. You know, the Hardys got split up in 2002. Edge and Christian split up in 2001. Great tag teams don't need to be tag teams for ages, and the New Day it's fucking stale. I think heading into 2023, they're not this big draw. No one really cares about them. I think it's time to split them up and let them go their own way. I don't care about the New Day, and I think it hurts Pretty Deadly. It hurts the development brand just to bring down a stale tag team for the main roster that nobody cares about. So, yeah, I don't agree with this. The match itself made Pretty Deadly look weak. The ending was dumb as well. Kofi tags in. They hit the midnight hour. And then Woods tags back in and goes for the cover. Why didn't Kofi just go for the cover? Again, it wasted more time, and Pretty Deadly didn't kick out of the move. So it's different wasting time if your opponent's going to kick out, but why waste time if your opponent's not going to kick out? It just makes them look weak, because they had more time to kick out and they didn't. But I mean, whatever. Then we get the men's Iron Survivor match. JD McDonagh, Axiom, Grayson Waller, Joe Gacy and Carmelo Hayes. Joe Gacy is fat as fuck. I don't know why he's got so much weight on him, but he does. This match was pretty funny. JD McDonagh and Axiom started it out, and they just kind of brawled throughout, so they were kind of telling a story here. These two are in a rivalry. They used the penalty box a lot in this match. They didn't really do it in the women's match, but in this one they used it as like a weapon. And they used it to keep people trapped in it and to stop people from getting out in time. So yeah, I mean, again, it was innovative. It was slightly different from the women's match, so it was different as well, and it was good. JD McDonagh didn't even get a pinfall though, which was weird. Everyone else got two, apart from your winner, Grayson Waller. At the end, he just got picked up the third fall and then ran about the ring to waste time. So yeah, Grayson Waller wins this, and then we move into the main event. We get the promo package, and I genuinely thought that we were going to get a new champion. I thought that Apollo Crews was going to pull off the upset tonight and beat Braun Breaker, but no, Braun Breaker wins. It was an okay match, but I thought the ending made Apollo Crews look weak. He hoists up Braun and hits him with a power slam, and then Braun kind of just kicks out and gets up and hits a spear and gets the win. It's like, what the hell? Apollo Crews beat clean, 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Braun Breaker celebrates. Grayson Waller comes out, hits him with his like stunner and his cutter like maneuver, and that was it. Grayson Waller grabs the belt and he celebrates as the show goes off the air. Could Grayson Waller beat Braun Breaker? I kind of hope so. I think this Braun Breaker run is incredibly stale now. He's been the champion for a while. I mean, he's held the belt. He did lose it to Dolph Ziggler for like a week or some shit like that. But I mean, apart from that, he's been the champion now for, I believe, well over a year. And it's not that I don't think he's good, because he is. I think he can be a top guy on Raw or SmackDown, but his title run's just stale. It's boring. I don't mind the odd, like, long title run, because I think it does. If the right person has the belt, it can bring prestige. That person can bring prestige to the belt, and also the belt can help put over that person. But I mean, really, does Braun Breaker need it for like almost a full year? You've got Mandy Rose now, it's a champion for well over a year. You've got the Usos well over a year. You've got Roman Reigns about 2.5 years. It's like, what the fuck? I mean, come on. We need new champions from time to time. I think Braun Breaker should have lost to Apollo Crews tonight. That's my opinion. He didn't lose, he won, and he holds on to the belt. So we'll get Braun Breaker versus Grayson Waller. Who's going to win that one? Who knows? I mean, I would give it to Grayson Waller, but they'll probably keep the belt on Braun. I think they'll keep the belt on Braun until Stand and Deliver. It looks like the next pay-per-view is NXT New Daredevil or something like that, or New Evil Day, New Evil Day or something, Evil New Day. So I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? But Braun Breaker is still your champion, so I would have personally took the belt off, man. I don't know, it's fucking 4 AM, guys. I've had enough of wrestling. What a shite week of wrestling. Braun Breaker is still your NXT champion. And I'm out, guys. Till next time. Peace.